Today's lesson: Basic Rock Groove 101. Today you will learn how to play your first drum groove. This groove is at the heart of rock, funk, country, and contemporary pop music. The majority of drum grooves you hear in today's music are just variations built around this basic but most important drum pattern. It is important to learn everything at a slow tempo first and count the beats out loud. Trust me, this will help you in the long run with control, groove, and tempo. Ways to practice this groove. Number 1. Set your metronome to 40 beats per minute and set a timer to 5 minutes. Play the groove and pay attention to every little detail. Strive for perfection of sound and evenness of space. Number 2. Increase the tempo. Play a wide array of tempos from 50 beats per minute to as fast as you can play it. Always make sure the groove sounds clean and not sloppy. Strive for perfection no matter what tempo you're playing. Number 3. Play this groove along with your favorite rock, pop, country, or funk songs. Challenge yourself. This may seem like an easy groove, but it is essential that you master it. It is like the foundation of a house. Without a strong foundation, the house is structurally weak. So, if you're ready, grab your sticks, get behind the drum set, and let's get into it. Take a look at the written pattern. It's a basic skeleton of the groove we're going to play. The 2 notes on the lower part of the staff are played by the bass drum. The 2 notes in the middle of the staff are played by the snare drum. Take a look at this next video example and you'll see what I mean. So as you can see, it's a fairly simple repeating pattern of bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, and just keep repeating that. Next, in order to keep a steady tempo, we need to incorporate counting. So as you can see, I have 3 different patterns that I'd like you to practice along with. The first one, letter A, you count 1, 2, 3, 4. Letter B, we subdivide the beat down, making it even easier for us to count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and letter C, we break it down even further. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and In the next video example, you'll hear me counting along with the groove. So what I'd like you to do is to try to count along with me. Another thing I'd like you to pay attention to in the video is that I've switched my snare drum hand. So you'll see me playing the snare drum with my right hand instead of my left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Once you've practiced that pattern in the variety of ways that I suggested at the beginning of this lesson, you should have a good grasp on the groove. So now what you want to do is add the ride cymbal part, your right hand. So beats 1 and 3 are going to be played between your ride and your bass drum, and beats 2 and 4 are going to be played between your ride and your snare drum. So basically, your right hand, or your hand playing the ride cymbal part, is played on all 4 beats. So as you can see, We're just adding a cymbal part to all 4 beats of the original groove. Cymbal bass, cymbal snare, cymbal bass, cymbal snare, cymbal bass. Another way to practice this groove is by crossing your right hand over top of your left hand and playing it on the hi-hat. Once you feel comfortable with the groove and it's sounding really great, it's time to increase the tempo in slow increments. Don't forget to count. Another way to practice the groove is by reversing your hands so that the left hand is playing the cymbal or hi-hat part and the right hand is playing the snare drum part. This type of playing is called open-handed playing, and it definitely opens up a lot of possibilities in your drumming. So I would recommend practicing every groove you learn in this manner. Now that you've got a basic idea of the groove and how to practice it, it's up to you to work hard and make this simple pattern come alive. Start building a strong foundation. Really take the time to analyze your playing. One of the best ways to analyze your playing is by recording yourself and watching or listening back. Listen back and make sure you're not speeding up or slowing down. Listen to make sure you're playing the pattern correctly and that every limb is striking the drum at the correct moment. And finally, ask yourself if what you're playing feels and sounds good. The most important thing to remember is to work hard in the practice room so you have the confidence and ability to sound great when you're playing for an audience. Thanks for taking a lesson with me. Keep working hard at the drums, and I'll see you at the next lesson.